everyone. Welcome to Wik Talk, the podcast where we explore how digital technology is changing the way we think, work, and teach. I'm your host for today, and I can already tell you today's episode is going to be loaded because our topic is online learning. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, in which case, why even listen to this podcast? Anyways, you know that online learning is everywhere. During COVID, it became essential. After COVID, it became an evolution. And now researchers, educators, students and universities are asking, what makes online learning work? Who benefits and who gets left out? How can we make it better? Today we are digging into all of that, using real search from real journals, real case studies and global data. So sit back, plug in, volume up. Let's click into the future of education. When people hear online learning, they often think of boring PowerPoint slides, glitchy Zoom calls, and staring at little squares with muted microphones. But online learning is much bigger than video calls. Online education works when teachers rethink education. That means the way they teach, not just the tools they use. It's about uploading content. It's about redesigning learning to be more interactive, more student-centered, more flexible. Imagine watching a recorded lecture before class, then discussing questions live with classmates, then completing a simulation or game, then checking your progress with the digital feedback. That is e-learning done well. And here's the beauty. Online learning removes geography as a barrier. A learner in South Africa, a student in Malaysia, a mother in the UK returning to study, all can sit in the same virtual classroom learning together. No borders, no walls, just access. But access isn't equal, and we'll get into that in a moment. Let's face it, the big question everyone asks about online learning is, does it work, like academically? Well, yes and no. According to researchers, many students perform better because online learning allows self-paced study, replaying lectures for clarity, pausing to take notes, learning around personal schedules. That flexibility helps knowledge stick. But then, some researchers step in and throw it in a curveball. Student success depends heavily on digital access. Picture two students. Student A has a laptop, fast internet, a quiet room. Student B shares a mobile phone, data runs out of mid-lessons, siblings run around loudly. Same course, same teacher, completely different outcome. This is the digital divide, and it means online learning is not just for teaching, it's about technological equity. So yes, online learning can improve performance, but without access, performance drops. The bicycle is great only if everyone gets wheels, right? Online learning is flexible, but flexibility can be dangerous. Raise your hand if you ever opened your laptop for class, and then somehow ended up on YouTube watching dogs drive cars. Don't lie, we've all been there. Student engagement online is harder to maintain because there is no teacher physically watching you, no classmate sitting beside you, no bell ringing. According to a researcher, engagement increases when courses use videos plus visuals, clean layout and UI, chunked content, real discussion spaces, regular feedback loops, where there is interaction and there is attention. The online learning ecosystem adds the students engage more when they feel seen. When teachers respond in forums, when peers comment back, when work receives meaningful feedback, students stay. Learning should not be alone. Even online, education is a community at the end of the day. Online learning gives freedom, but freedom demands discipline. The Sage Handbook of Online Higher Education says the most successful online learners share 3 key skills. 1. Time management. 2. Self-motivation. And 3. Reflection and self-monitoring. And here's the truth. Many students aren't taught how to manage themselves. Schools teach math, literature, science, but rarely teach how to learn independently. Online learning exposes this gap. Some students thrive. They schedule study time, use calendars, track tasks. Others procrastinate, binge watch Netflix, forget deadlines and drown in stress. Not because they are lazy, but because self-regulation is a skill we rarely train for. Imagine every online learner was first taught digital habits. How different outcomes might be. Online learning doesn't just exist, it must be designed. Duprez argues that visual organizations, color balance, layout clarity, and multimedia integration dramatically influence how students learn online. Think of a messy website, 30 tabs, unreadable text, links everywhere. You click, get confused, close the site. Bad design is equal to a lost learner. Good design is equal to clear learning path. The online course system stresses. Intuitive navigation is equal more persistence. Responsive platforms equals more comfort. Multimedia is equal to better understanding. But even the best design can't fix one major problem: connectivity gaps. A researcher found that students in rural and low-income areas face significant barriers: slow internet, device shortages, and expensive data. African universities where online learning opened doors but also exposed inequalities. Students had passion but not always connection. So the future isn't just digital, it's inclusive digital. Let's not forget, online learning offers advantages face-to-face teaching simply cannot. Upskill-wise reports fast global worth in online learning enrollment, especially about adult learners balancing work and study. Why? Because online learning means learn from home, rewind when needed, study from any country, take courses outside your major, grow careers without quitting jobs. You could attend a US university from India, study engineering from a hospital bed, learn coding while working full time. Online learning is freedom. Not everyone wants to live in a dome. Not everyone can attend to 9 a.m. sharp. Not everyone learns best in a crowded hall. Education should bend to the learner, not the other way around, So, where do we go from here? Research tells us online learning works when designed well. Engagement grows through interaction, not isolation. Students succeed through self-regulation, not luck. Technology expands access, but also divides it. And the future is hybrid, both online and physical. Maybe the classroom of tomorrow is in the room at all. Maybe it's a network. Maybe it's a portal. Maybe it's a world where a study in Lagos, a student in London, and a student in Tokyo can learn together, laugh together, graduate together. Online learning isn't the end of classrooms, it's the expansion of them, not replacement and elevation. Thank you for joining me on today's journey through online education. If your mind is buzzing like mine, share this episode, follow for more, and come back next time as we explore next transformations in digital learning. Until then, stay curious, stay connected, and always keep learning. Thank you.